But we just have to understand that when a transformational figure enters the fray, you got to pause and then isolate and compartmentalize and give them the love that they're due. And in this case, it belongs to Caitlin Clark.
There's only one that can do what Caitlin Clark did. Bring all those eyes. For pure basketball purists, there's nobody like.
Caitlin Clark just made WNBA history again. Just when we thought her record-breaking season was spectacular, she just did something no athlete has ever done in recent memory. That's right, Caitlin Clark just broke another record and she hasn't even stepped onto the court. She just swept all the Global Athlete of the Year awards, from Times Athlete of the Year to more recently SBJ's Business.
It's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
Caitlin Clark is box office. She is a star. If Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young.
Athlete of the Year and the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year. This basketball phenom just can't be stopped. But here's where it gets interesting. Angel Reese isn't happy at all and even denies that Clark deserves it. Can you even believe the drama that's unfolding right now?
Your stance on that?
So my whole thing was when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool. The pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool, I can just hoop. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's because you started killing it.
Well, yeah.
And they're like, oh.
I'm still a rookie. I'm still figuring it out. Trying to figure.
This isn't just about an award anymore, it's a so-called rivalry that's got everyone buzzing. But hold on one second, only one side sees this as a rivalry. We watch one superstar for the skill and, well, the other star, let's just say she's too busy on TikTok. The contrast between the two players' approaches
is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor. Plain and simple.
To the game and their public personas has become a major talking point among fans and analysts alike. We're about to jump into a story that's sending shockwaves through the basketball community. It's got everything you could ask for: Clark's talent, Clark's competitive fire, and Reese's hilarious antics. You won't.
Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark, but a member of the Chicago Sky, the national title winner at LSU, and she talked about where all this attention started with her and Caitlin Clark.
Want to miss what's coming next? Ready to see how it all unravels? Let's break it down and explore why Clark's recent haul has everyone talking. From record-breaking performances to off-court drama, this story has it all right. Let's dive into the specifics of Clark's phenomenal season and the reasons why she received all these awards. What she achieved on
the expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
The court didn't just mark a standout year in the WNBA, it completely redefined what it means to have a breakout season. You might be wondering how she pulled that off. Don't worry, we're about to break it all down and show you exactly why Clark's rookie campaign will be remembered as one of the greatest in sports history. First up, Clark didn't just set records, she obliterated them in spectacular fashion. Remember when I
history for the Fever rookie.
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from it.
mentioned she accomplished something no other player in WNBA history ever has? Well, here's the deal, she broke 62 records. Not just one, not just two, you heard that right, 62. Can you wrap your head around that? It's not just a historic milestone, it's on another level entirely.
This is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon.
The sheer volume of records shattered in a single season is unprecedented in professional basketball. Here's where things get really exciting. Clark's jaw-dropping performance wasn't just about the stats, it led to results on the court. Her exceptional play was a key reason the Indiana Fever clinched their first playoff spot in almost a decade. That's right, Clark didn't just deliver on an individual level. She helped transform the entire team's trajectory. The Fever went from lottery team to playoff contender, and Clark was the driving force behind that remarkable turnaround.
Look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan. Now, she's not the Michael Jordan of her sport as far as athleticism, playing, dominating. But A'ja Wilson is the best player in the game. Not even a debate. But I'm talking about value now. Value to a franchise, value to a league, getting your team in the playoffs. They had the number one pick. They were the worst team last year. And there is value that I can attach to.
What's even more amazing is what Clark has done off the court. Her influence has been nothing short of extraordinary. Check this out, WNBA merchandise sales surged by a staggering 500% during her rookie season. That's not a typo, we're talking a six-fold explosion in sales. It's as if Clark waved a magic wand and made everyone crave a piece of the WNBA.
Talking about value, Michael Jordan was the most valuable player every single year because of what he meant to his team and what he meant to the league. And, oh, by the way, winning 6 titles. Can't argue with that. Caitlin Clark may not win titles. Las Vegas is still a great team. But the fact that she is doing what she's doing and at a very high level, you know, it's now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been.
But it's not just about jerseys and memorabilia. Clark's presence has been a transformative force for the entire league. Viewership has spiked, attendance is at an all-time high, and the WNBA is reaching audiences it never did before. This is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. Even sports economists are sitting up and taking notice. The Lavial, a leading expert, called Clark a lightning rod for women's basketball. She's not...
Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her? Other than she plays really, really hard, and I liken her game to Moses Malone. Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark. In the history of the WNBA...
Not wrong. Clark's influence has become so monumental that people are likening her to Michael Jordan in terms of revolutionizing the game's popularity. Let's crunch some numbers. Are you ready for this? Clark's rookie season is estimated to have brought in a jaw-dropping $36 million for Indianapolis alone. That's the kind of impact that gets team owners and city leaders buzzing. Labial forecasts that...
saying Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark, is saying Rodman was better than Michael Jordan, or Ben Wallace was better than Kobe, or even Andre Drummond was better than LeBron. And I shouldn't have to point out that Angel Reese is actually a poor defender.
Professional women's basketball as a whole will see its combined value skyrocket by $1.6 billion in just the next 3 years. Yes, that's billion with a B. Talk about game-changing.so. What does all this mean? Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball star. She's a phenomenon reshaping the sport as we know it. She's redefining the game both on and off the court, drawing countless new fans and driving a significant economic impact.
Her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that.
Influence goes beyond the stat sheet, proving she's exactly the superstar the WNBA has been waiting for to transform the league's future. The numbers don't lie, and they paint a picture of a player who is elevating women's basketball to unprecedented heights. Caitlin Clark...
I thought scoring, yes, she's the all-time greatest scorer in the history of college basketball, men's or women's, but passing like this? I'm talking about gifted LeBron-esque bounce passing. I'm talking about gifted LeBron-esque two-handed, full court, touchdown pass kind of passing. The likes of which I don't see in the WNBA.
Journey to all these awards might seem like an inevitable triumph, but the full story is far more complex. Remember Angel Reese? She was the...
That skinny white girl was the best thing that ever happened to the WNBA. She's already the most exciting and entertaining player in the league, the entire league, the one you can't take your eyes off.
The other rookie who had the basketball world buzzing. The media framed their so-called rivalry as the ultimate showdown, a battle for the ages that had fans glued to every game. But how close was this competition really? The narrative of a...
Joe Wilson is her name, quote, "It doesn't matter what we all do as black women, we're still going to be swept."
Fierce rivalry was compelling. But the actual results on the court told a very different story. The media couldn't stop drawing comparisons between her and Clark, crafting a narrative of two young stars locked in a season-long duel.
It cut down 22-year-old Caitlin Clark, who has single-handedly changed the game, brought in millions of other young fans, old fans. How about the ratings in college basketball for her, record ratings, and now in her very short WNBA career, shattering records. Isn't that a win for everybody?
It felt like the perfect setup for a dramatic climax, as if these two athletes were destined to compete with each other throughout the year. But as the season unfolded, some began to question whether the rivalry was as close as it seemed. Was this battle real?
What are we doing and why? Please stop. Let's celebrate Caitlin Clark, celebrate her greatness, celebrate her courage to keep pushing.
Or was it fueled more by hype than reality? The answer became increasingly clear as the year progressed. The answer became crystal clear when Caitlin Clark was named Rookie of the Year and First Team All-WNBA. This wasn't just a win, it was a decisive statement that shattered the illusion of a neck-and-neck race. Reese, understandably upset, made no attempt to hide her feelings. She publicly disagreed with the decision, insisting that Clark didn't deserve the honor.
Caitlin Clark, you go, girl. Don't listen to these people. Keep going strong. Most of us are normal and have
more drama, dividing fans and sparking heated debates online. But was Reese's frustration purely emotional, or was there something deeper beneath the surface? The debate continues to rage on social media. Here's the bigger picture. Clark isn't just competing for awards, she has an innate drive to be the best and perform at the highest level, transcending the game without the need for rivalries. Her skill isn't just intense, it was transformative, drawing unprecedented attention to women's basketball. This isn't just about a player. It's about elevating the entire sport and inspiring fans everywhere. Clark's impact goes far beyond any individual award or accolade. While it may not be for her skill, Reese is still drawing eyeballs to women's basketball, and that's still a good thing, right? Think about it, when was the last time two WNBA rookies generated this kind of buzz, one for skill and grace, the other, well, for her other activities? Social media is ablaze with discussions, highlights, and debates, and games featuring Clark and Reese drew in record-breaking audiences. These two aren't just athletes, they're catalysts for a movement. They've energized the league and made women's basketball a topic of national conversation. The attention they've brought to the WNBA is undeniable. Clark's global awards, however, carry a weight that goes far beyond her individual performance. It marks a turning point for the WNBA. Clark isn't just breaking records, she's redefining what's possible. Her ability to draw in fans, generate excitement, and command attention has been nothing short of extraordinary. People aren't just calling her a great player, they're calling her a transformative figure, someone capable of reshaping the entire league. But with great attention comes great scrutiny. Not everyone in the WNBA community is thrilled about the spotlight on Clark. Some veterans and former legends have expressed concerns, arguing that the intense focus on one player could overshadow other talented athletes. For some, it's about fairness. They believe other players who've contributed significantly to the league aren't getting the recognition they deserve. Others worry that the hype around Clark might create unrealistic expectations or take the focus away from the collaborative effort that makes basketball so special. But here's the twist. All this debate and controversy might actually be a good thing for women's basketball. It's sparking conversations, drawing new fans, and shining a spotlight on the WNBA like never before. The attention, even when critical, is ultimately beneficial for the growth of the sport. This isn't just about Clark, it's about the broader implications for the sport. Her success has reignited discussions about how the WNBA promotes its players and grows its brand. Some argue the league needs to do a better job of marketing all its stars, not just the newest sensation. But there's no denying that Clark's presence has been a catalyst for change, bringing fresh energy and excitement to women's basketball. The conversation around marketing and visibility is an important one that will shape the league's future. Clark didn't just win all these records, she obliterated records, redefined expectations, and set a new standard for what a season could look like. She's raised the bar for women's basketball, inspiring the next generation of players and fans alike. Clark has shown that competition and skill at the highest level can capture the public's imagination, creating moments that resonate far beyond the games themselves. She's brought a new level of visibility to the WNBA, proving that women's basketball is every bit as thrilling and compelling as its male counterpart. And she's just getting started. The future of the league looks brighter than ever with Clark leading the way. So what's next for Clark and Reese? Their so-called rivalry has already done so much to bring attention to the league, but it feels like this is only the beginning. The next time they face off, remember that this isn't just about competition, it's about progress, growth, and the future of the sport. These two athletes aren't just playing for themselves, they're playing for the future of women's basketball. So what's next for the WNBA in the Caitlin Clark era? One thing's for sure. The ball's in her court, and how she plays will set a new standard for women's basketball for years to come. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen and we will see you in the next one.